Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. All right, we got the mic pumping. We have the markets pumping off of that consolidation we saw yesterday. And if you were to have watched the live stream with me and Graham, we were talking about a little bit of the bearishness that was going to be hitting the markets, that we probably could go a little bit lower, and it looked like we did. We almost hit the exact spot that we were calling of the order block, which is at 85,000, but it stopped right at 87, where the bulls came in and said, no, no, no. And so then it was all coincided with Trump's speech, and also with the talks at Davos, the World Economic Forum. And also we have these characters that are on the stage that are just signaling to me that it's just like these guys are making deals that they're not telling us, and there's probably a lot more going on than what we realize. And if you looked at the characters, we had Brian Armstrong, we had Brad Garlinghouse, we have all these key people, but then we have Vitalik, who's on the other side, who doesn't go to any of these things and is talking about using decentralized platforms for SocialFi and how they can continue to build out Ethereum to be the internet's money. So I freaking love it. So there's all these different parallels that are happening at the same time, and you and I are going to be weaving through this and hopefully catching the volatility and making some money. So let's go. Let's get this show on the road. Let's hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell. And I want you guys to hit those notifications, the noties on, because we have a pretty cool grassroots community here called the Dano Dojo Crew. And it's where we are training constantly every single day and learning how to weave through the volatility in these new money markets, because this is where I think the sauce is right now. It's crypto. The mainstream media conglomerate that's making advertisements to get you to sports bet and gamble and prediction market and all that stuff. This is, I think, where the bleeding edge culture is right now, where you could be investing in the back end infrastructures that the world is going to be using. And so this is where we need to get our heads in the game, and let's get it started. Let's go. All right, so we made a funny meme. I was like, Trump is probably whispering to the Greenland leaders. He's like, hey, we got a lot of Bitcoin from this, so we've confiscated a lot of Bitcoin. So I mean, the Silk Road, Silk Road. Yeah. We have a lot of Bitcoin. So if you just play along, we'll make sure you're rich. But I don't know. There's a lot of the talk right now is with Greenland. Is there going to be military force being used? And that's kind of what the mainstream media is saying, like, oh, Trump's going to use military force. And no, I think they're just going to make a deal. And the whole deal is that there's rare earth minerals and precious minerals that are in Greenland and in these places that obviously other countries are going to want to try and take over or make a deal with them, or they will use force. So the United States is just coming in strategically and going to acquire areas that have rare earth minerals. Sounds familiar? Well, I guess I want to be on the side of the massive takeover. If it's going to be the United States, well, cool. I kind of want to be a part of it. I don't want to be on the receiving end of anything that the United States is doing. That's just what I got to say about that. Now, this is Vitalik's post. Vitalik's post said, in 2026, I plan to be fully back to decentralized social media. And he's mentioning how how X is and how some of these social media platforms are running. They're not decentralized. They're very much centralized, and the algorithms are very much centralized and aren't really working in our favor. And we've noticed this, and we feel it, and we feel like we're being incentivized to use these platforms, but then we're also being punished by doing so. So it's very strange. So there is maybe, I think, something that we can do about it, and it's using more than just one platform as your de facto thing, because then you can build up more areas of information that are happening on, say, the one that he was like Blue Sky. What was the other one? Farcaster, Lens. I guess there's one called Lens. This is what he reposted, Lens. So we're gonna keep our radar on this stuff. And then also he mentions about how not necessarily, tokenizing social bubbles and financing and tokenizing and putting money around and mixing money and social, he says, is not inherently wrong. He said, but Substack shows that it's possible to create an economy that supports very high quality content. But Substack is about subscribing to creators, not creating price bubbles around them. So for instance, kind of like what Base is doing with tokenized post, or Zora with the tokenizing posts, or tokenizing a particular, creator, aura, I guess you could say. So this is really interesting. So he says too many people make galaxy brain arguments that creating new markets and new assets is automatically good because it elicits information, when the rest of their product development actions clearly betray that they're not actually interested in maximizing people's ability to benefit from that information. It's just a way to, like a kind of like an extraction in a way. This is not Hayekian info utopia, that is. It's corpo slop. So so it's a really interesting. I like this is good. He's being honest. He's like, this is obviously like what's happening right now, and there may be a way to navigate it. So all right, so let's keep on track with Vitalik, and I just think it's cool. It's like Vitalik is talking about this, and then we got Brad Garlinghouse and Brian Armstrong meeting with the big boys, the Swiss boys in the tundra over there. So, but we had Bitcoin fall below 90K, and it's a Bitcoin dips below 90K. This was on Tuesday. This is yesterday. We had that. So Trump's renewed Greenland tariff threats fueled U.S. bond selling, while Japan's fiscal plans added to volatility. So there was a lot to that kind of went into the volatility of Bitcoin going down. And so this is why we were seeing some of that price, like from yesterday. You see on the daily, just kind of went, just kind of plunged. But we have some liquidity areas that I still want to watch. Like, I don't want to think that like, oh yeah, this is it, that was the bottom, because it's just, I want to see more volume. I want to see more push. I want to see that Binance and all the big exchanges aren't going to use this to their advantage to try and wreck the longs to try and get back up to 98K, and they could just crush them, trap them right here in this momentum, and then they get an entry going back in, and theys, meaning the market makers that are able to move that price like that, can get it to 85 or to 82. I'm not taking that off the table. I don't want to take that off the table. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the chat if you think that they could still potentially bring it to 85, 82, really scare people. I mean, like, get them thinking it's going into the 70s and it's like, it's over. This could potentially happen. So we just got to watch it. We see like this trend happening. This is like a kind of almost like we see a channel forming here. Boom, 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 boom. So if it is a channel, then the next obvious spot would be for it to go like this. It's going, and then we can just have to see about getting some liquidity right here, because obviously that's a big liquidity order block going up to around 100K. This is the price that we've been eyeing, and then the next level would be the 200-day moving average. So some of these altcoins actually have been going into their 200-day moving averages, kind of signaling a little bit that maybe we were going to have some more momentum. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So Rose actually just went back up. This is another one of those privacy legacy coins, not fully focused on privacy, but it's kind of got a lot of things going on for it. And we've paid attention to this particular altcoin for a while in crypto, because every time we get a sniffing of altcoin season, or like we're going to get some rotations, this one starts to pump. It has momentum. I don't know. It's strong. So we were watching to see which coins were going to hit their 200-day moving average first. Well, it was Rose. Rose hit it. Render got very close. Ponky completely smashed right to the 200-day moving average. Polygon got right there trying to get back up to it. So there's a few that actually made it. Algorand got completely cooked a little bit, just couldn't make it. Sand was trying to get up there. The sandbox there is getting pretty close, almost there. I think what was it? Yeah, it was not Zcash. What was it Floki? Yeah, Floki was trying to get there. It almost got there, and then it got cooked. Was Arbitrum? Yeah, Arbitrum really having a hard time. So I'm watching these coins still that haven't been able to get up and cook into the 200-day moving average, and or see which ones got like almost there, and then it got stopped out a little bit. That's what we're waiting for. That's what we're looking at. See, XYO wicked up to the 200-day moving average, but that was a wick. So we want to see some candles. We want to see some movement. So XRP, that one almost got there. It was really close. It was like, poof, got hit, and then there was some resistance. Now we're right back at key support. I mean, if you look at the support here, guys, for XRP, from a trader's perspective, this is like this is ready to pop. I mean, it's at a point, it is just ready to pop into the 786, going back to $3 for XRP. So if you're part of the XRP army, watch my recent video, and we go into kind of our thesis of why retail might be unconsciously right about buying XRP and DCAing into XRP, not even knowing anything about crypto. They just get that dumb luck, you know? It's almost like when you know too much, it's like it goes against you, because then you're your own worst enemy and final boss. But when you're a retail and you don't know anything, and you're just like, my barber told me to put $1,000 in XRP at 40 cents, and then I made thousands of dollars. It's kind of what happens to us crypto people. It just happens. So, but I think Graham made a good point. He said, you know, look, like all the other majors are going to have that similar euphoric, you know, kind of retail talk. It's going to take advertisement. It's going to take people really like getting back in the game of promoting crypto. So we're doing our part. SHIB, we don't want to forget about Shiba Inu. So Shiba Inu got almost up to its 200-day moving average. You see right here in the beginning of the month, and then it just consolidation, redistribution, and it's eyeing back to the 200-day. So this is why the point I'm making about the 200-day moving average is that a lot of these coins can do a 35, 40, 50% move in a matter of a few days and weeks. All you have to do is just get an entry. Get an entry, set your stop losses, set your take profits and all that stuff, whatever you need to do for your own risk management. That's up to you. Can't tell you what to do. But even just getting spot here, when you see like, okay, spot momentum, I see the bounce, I'm seeing support, liquidity's coming in with, you know, volumes coming in on these spots. That's where you can see obvious magnetic price points of resistance in the order block and on the support on the bottom. You can do this with Souls. Look, see Soul, look at that. Look at that liquidity bounce on the order block. Boom. Right there. And then look at where we're obviously seeing a range at the top of resistance at 146. Take profit there. It might hit some resistance again, and then you can find another entry or none. Just wait. Take advantage of these moves, and then you know that Soul's trying to eye that 171. You just got to be patient. You know, some of the biggest freaking trades that some people had when Soul went all the way down to $7 was that they were just patient. They said, you know what? There's so much FUD right now. People think Solana is never coming back after the FTX crash. And some people went long, and they just were like, you know what? I'm going long. And imagine holding that Soul trade from $7 to over $100. I mean, that is life-changing, holy shit money. Okay? So this is what we need to be doing. And it's like, it's not any specific coin that is going to do this for you, and it's only that one. it literally, there's so many different coins that have this same kind of setup that you can use, and you just need a few things. Put on the order block detector, put on the 200-day moving average, have the Bollinger Bands on there as well, and look at volume. You can even match it if you want to go as far as doing the MACD. Where's my MACD? I think I took it off. But yeah, you can do the MACD. You can see where there's some bullish and bearish crosses. And yeah, we can do this, guys. All right, so make sure you're hitting that like button. Let's check in with the chat. I don't know how many people are watching. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. Let's see on X. Shout out to everyone who is on X. And oh yeah, shout out to Ozzy. Thank you. Ozzy's always giving me the bullish altcoin season slides. So altcoin market cap. You can see that in 2021 and 2022, it's just like we had this massive parabola, and we had things like the gaming tokens, metaverse, you know, DeFi stuff, the applications, DeFi farming things. I mean, there was a lot of opportunities to be able to, you know, extract some wealth or some liquidity to be able to put into some hard assets. You know, it was there. So it looks very eerily similar. You know, it's not going to be exact, but even this one has a better setup of like going into, it's got all these red candles. You got all these red candles going down, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles. Just like this one had such a parabolic smash up, and it had 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles before that. And then it just continued to go. So it's like, if anything, this one could like it shows here, have even more of a parabolic rise, because we've been essentially sideways for a while in terms of the total cryptocurrency market cap from 2022 and 2023 going in. We've been sideways. It's just been sideways. So if you're still here, oh my gosh, you are a legend. You are an absolute legend. Now, this is funny. Yeah, wife changing. No, I said life changing. No, but it could be wife changing, because your wife or your husband or whoever, if you're a crypto girl and you're gonna retire your husband, I want your husband or your wife to be looking around like this, like just like, oh, like dumbfounded at like the things that they're able to buy, and just be like, oh, I don't even know what to do with all this money. Like, all right, so we talked about MSTR, and Ivan said he won't touch MSTR. Why? He doesn't understand Saylor's Bitcoin yield concept. And we were looking at MicroStrategy as a very simple metric. When Bitcoin goes up, MicroStrategy goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, MicroStrategy goes down. And so the way that we've been looking at it is that when Bitcoin starts to get back into the good times, MicroStrategy is going to be back up into the 400s, the 500s. That's a 67% move from the bottom right now. And this is, I have this added into my Roth IRA. So I'm going to be DCAing into MSTR, IBIT, ETHA, Circle, SLV, which is the silver mining, and STRK, which is a preferred stock that is offered by Strategy that earns yield. And then you have Tesla. This is based and coin. So this is the Roth IRA portfolio that I'm going to be DCAing into. And I just feel like with the success of crypto, where I feel like it's going to go, with the rotation that is just playing out right before our eyes, like we see all the commodities, the rare earth stuff, like those things are pumping. And we had the stock market pump before. So we had the stock market pump, then gold and silver pumping, and then the next rotation, I would think, could be an obvious one, which is crypto, but we just have to be patient. We just have to be patient because we have seen it before. And I want to be around to see what happens. Okay. Let's go back to the market real quick. Let's look and see the performers on our list. The ones that were performing pretty well was Rose, 27%. Metals, we have gold futures up 4,885. I mean, this thing's about to get to 5K. Gold almost about to hit 5K, that target. Silver's about to hit our target of, well, right there. And it's looking pretty good. Stocks, let's see what was performing good on the stocks. GME up 3.4%. Nvidia up 2.9%. Tesla up 2%. See, Tesla, I was telling my wife, this morning, I was like, look, if you're buying Tesla, you're basically betting on Elon successfully getting robots in everyone's houses. Like, you're betting on Elon basically getting robots in everyone's houses and going up to about 1,000, 1,500 to about 2,000 over the next few years. 353%, return on your investment. And if you have this in a Roth IRA, they're matching it. It's not getting taxed. Man. So this is what we're paying attention to, as well as along with crypto. And then you just look at the total cryptocurrency market cap and you think, wow, this thing is so undervalued. It is just, there's no reason why this thing could not have this trend pop right here. And you can kind of see it, Look, this big trend right here is leading crypto to eventually have that spike again. Look, this was sideways. Okay, bull market. This has just been sideways. This isn't a bull market. What is this stupid shit? This isn't a bull market right here. That's not a bull market. This is a bull market. Okay, 2,000%. Not this stupid crap right here. This 200%. No, that is not it. This is it. When we get to 38 trillion, we're cooking. Okay, that is going to happen, my friends. I'm sorry, but there is just way more of a high probability chance that it happens than it doesn't. You use your instincts and your intuition, the probability of this going down to 0, come on. Or it just losing all its value and going to under 1 trillion, give me a freaking break. But see, I could be wrong, but I'm willing to bet on it. I don't see how all of those people that were meeting in Davos and just kind of like thinking, well, printed fiat cash surely didn't work that well, did it? Bonds market, treasuries, all that stuff, the yen, the won, the whatever, the rub, the whatever, it all sucks. They know it sucks. They have no other choice but to go into precious metals and crypto, which is powered by energy in data centers, and then eventually all powered by AI. And that's going to be the future. Unless a meteor crashes and cracks Earth in half and we go into fallout and we're all trading bottle caps, I'm going to bet on the other situation here. All right, so let's watch some clips real quick here. Everyone's giving David Sachs a hard time saying he should be fired. And I know, yeah, silver and gold is having an alt season before alt season has an alt season. I know it's really depressing. But see, that's the thing. Like, we'll just have this whole bubble narrative or this like echo chamber of people saying, oh, you're so dumb to think altcoins would ever pump again. There's no altcoin season. You should have just been buying gold and silver this whole time, bro. And those same people that are saying that are then going to be chasing highs of the euphoria when they see Axie Infinity like go up like 500%. They're like, who's even still playing that? Who's even playing that still? And then you're just like, what the hell? And then you start chasing pumps and you were like, what the, I could have been buying all this garbage this whole time when everyone was saying it's all going to zero. I could have been buying Polygon. What the heck? Yeah, I know it's ridiculous, but it's just, it is what it is. Like, what in the world? All right, make sure you guys hit that like button. Share the stream. Happy Wednesday. And let's do a check-in. Let's do a check-in. The YouTube is trash. Why is YouTube trash right now? YouTube's absolute trash. What is even happening? Is it just literally dawn on here? Oh my God. Come on, YouTube. Ridiculous. I swear, YouTube is just like, they're failing at life. YouTube is failing at life. That's all I gotta say. Absolute failing. All right, here we go. This is, we'll play this clip first, and then we're gonna play the clip of David Sachs.
America remains the crypto capital of the world. And to that end, last year, I signed the landmark Genius Act into law. Now Congress is working very hard on crypto market structure, inflation, Bitcoin, all of them, which I hope to sign very soon, unlocking new pathways for Americans to reach financial freedom. And I did it for two reasons. Number one, I thought it was politically good, and it was. I got tremendous political support. But more importantly, China wanted that market too. It's just like they want the AI. And we've got that market, I think, pretty well locked up. If I didn't do it, you know, Biden was totally against it until before the election, when they realized that, you know, there were millions of people voting against him over crypto. And all of a sudden they loved it very much, but it was too late. They blew it. But it is politically popular, but it's much more importantly, we have to make it so that China doesn't get the hold of it. And once they have that hold, we're not going to be able to get it back.
Meaning supply control, which means like if they actually were able to just like buy up all the Bitcoin supply, then I think this is the game that I think no one is really realizing when it comes to scarce assets. It's like there's gonna be people fighting over it, and it's not gonna be directly like you're just gonna see the fight happen and they're gonna give you all their plays and what they've been doing and how they've been doing it, and that's not how this is not how this is working. I think there's a lot more to the game that is being played in the back end than we probably do realize, but we can try our best to hopefully be in these places, in these ecosystems, because you're being an early investor in bleeding edge culture, tech, finance, art, social. This is where it's being built. It's being built here on chain. And then all of the talks of the regulatory clarity is just everyone trying to get their piece of the fucking pie. Okay? So it's like, you don't need clarity. You should know already. What clarity do you freaking need to stop being bearish on crypto besides you getting liquidated because you're trading too much? That's it. You have no other reason to be bearish. You just accumulate and you just ride that freaking wave of volatility. That's it. And we can do it. Like, here's the waves of volatility for you as a reminder, because we were talking about gold and silver. Gold and silver in every single parabolic phase where it increases in value, but it takes a while. Look at the spikes in volatility in the digital gold and silver, which is Bitcoin and ETH. Major parabolas that happen. And this is also represented and looks just very similar to the total cryptocurrency market chart. Look at that. Would you look at that? Looks very, very similar. Almost identical. So we've been sideways from 2022. That's just it. We've been sideways. I see no bull market in here. Where do you see a bull market in here? From 2022 to right now? Please tell me. Where do you see a bull market? Where do you see a freaking bull market? I don't see one. Not a crypto one. Not a crypto one. Absolutely not. And I'll tell you why. You want to know why? I'll freaking tell you. No one pays attention. And you're going to start paying attention today. Go to the DXY. Look at that dollar. From 2022 to here, we had a strong dollar going sideways. We had a strong dollar going sideways. Now you freaking tell me with a straight face that we had a proper bull market. Tell me with a straight face, please. You can't. So until we get out of this stupid sideways dollar crap and we get down here where the bull markets were activated, right here and then and right here too. Activation, boom, activation, boom. So this was so you look at the inverse of what happened with the total cryptocurrency market cap. This is why. Look, bull market stuff. 16, 17, 2021. Sideways dollar strength. This is going down. This is where the money is going to be made. You're going to be DCAing out in these areas because things are going to be going crazy. That's my prediction, and I'm going to stick to it. I don't know what other indicator you guys need or we need for crypto to know that we're not in a bull market yet. We are at the start of it. This was like this. So do you get what I'm saying? Do you get it? Why it's felt the way it has? There hasn't been really, there hasn't been this. Like the rips, man. What rip have you seen? All I've seen is rug pulls and sideways and geopolitical crap and black swan after black swan. Oh my gosh, political turmoil, national turmoil. Geez, no wonder. So we're still really early. We are really early. Yeah, yeah, thanks, Ozzy. Ozzy's helping me. That's good. All right. Do we have anything else to cover? I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. Make sure you guys are checking out the link tree. This is all the stuff that you guys need to click on if you want to directly support the channel. If you want to join the Dano Jojo crew, we have been revamping everything. We got the Discord revamp, we got mods, we got the sections all updated, and it's a better experience for you guys. And I hope you're liking it so far. Let me know if you have joined in recently and you're just kind of poking around. But the way that you get full access, because you're going to get limited access just kind of coming in, but if you want to get full access, you have to sign up for the WEEX link. So it's right under the Dojo crew. And let's look really quick and see what the heck is going on with some of the trades here. Yeah, it's looking kind of, this market is just like, it is just, it's doing some things. I'll tell you what. We tried to go long XRP. We're being very irresponsible with our longs right now because we saw the market just going. So we were thinking if it's going to go lower, it might go lower. But if we get some of these entries possibly with like what we said with Bitcoin, if it's not going to go to those levels of the order block, we'll show you real quick. Let's see. Where did it go? Is that it? Yeah. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Yeah. See this. Oh my gosh. What a scam. Yep. So it's like it pushed up right to 90K. And then I was like thinking if the market makers want to really tear us apart, they would give us false hope to think that we're going to push up into that order block right here, right back up into this area, but they're probably going to end up chopping us and hitting that 85. That's why I wanted to keep that. I wanted to not take that off the table because, so there's either bounce right off of here, come up here, or they slice us and dice us at 85 and 82. Why not? I mean, they have no reason to let us make money right here. That's the thing. Graham made a good point yesterday. If you watch the channel, watch the interview, said, what incentive do they have to pay anyone any of that money? They have way more incentive to liquidate the markets. So if that is where the max pain is going to be, let's check it. Let's check actually where max pain is for Bitcoin and see if we can catch where they're trying to bring the shorts and the longs. Okay, long max pain. Okay, max pain longs is getting liquidated at 87,286. So 87,286. 87,286, 87,200. That's literally right there. 87 right there, 87,206. So they haven't brought it there yet from this. That's max pain. It could wick, it could candle here, it could wick to 85, really going past max pain. And then the shorts, we have to look at the shorts max pain is at 91. So which one are we closest to? 91 or 87.2? We're way closer to 87.2, so it's probably a higher chance that we hit max pain on the longs getting liquidated than the next being the shorts. They're going to do both. They're cooking everyone. They're going to cook everyone. They have more money than you. They're smarter than you. And it's just, that's what they like to do. But we come in and we just try our best to be in and out. Try to not let that euphoria get you, because I'm telling you, man, that's the thing. It's not the market's fault. It's not anyone else's fault, but you have to control your emotions. It's not easy. It's the hardest freaking thing to do right now. It is the hardest thing to do right now, is to stay locked in and control your emotions. That is what is happening right now. It's not easy. It's tough. But if we can we just survive long enough, like we've been talking about, you survive and thrive long enough, and we build up this community, then we are going to succeed. We really will. We'll figure this thing out. We really will, guys. All right. Well, with that being said, be safe out there with the trading, because, like I said, I mean, look at that fake out. Look at that fake out. I mean, they got everyone excited, and then now they're gonna cook them. So just stay safe out here. Stay vigilant, and check out the Telegram. So we have it's a calls Telegram. So it's free. It's private only by link invite. So if you have the link, or you see the link is actually in the let's see, right here in the description of the X account at DanoCrypto904. So you can click here, get in the Telegram, and just make sure you put the notifications on for that, because we're calling price. We're calling certain areas of support and resistance that could be respected. So, and check this out in the Discord as well. And like I said, just go through all the instructions to be able to get full access. And we just got to stay in, guys. We cannot leave. We can't get discouraged. Like what happened for some of those months. Like, I know a lot of people got discouraged. A lot of people got discouraged. A lot of people got just, yeah. They just disappeared. But I feel like some people are coming back now. They're coming back. So I want to welcome you guys back. If you've been gone and you're coming back in, you're crawling back in. You might be hurt, beat up, bruised, but we'll patch you up. And we'll continue on to the next cycle. All right. All right. Thanks, guys. Hit the like button, share this, and we will see you on the next live stream. Make sure you guys check out the videos that we posted recently, share them, leave a comment, do all those things, engage. The more engagement these videos get, the more that crypto is shown in YouTube, and it pumps your bags. I mean, if you think about it, it's like, I say this as a joke, every like and comment and engagement in a crypto live stream is literally pumping your bags. You just have to think about it that way. The more that you are bullish crypto and bullish crypto content creators, being part of these communities, whether you're part of 10 or 1, you just be so evangelistic because it will naturally push crypto in front of people to then freaking download the damn app again, download Coinbase, download crypto.com or whatever it is, and port Dogecoin and SHIB like the old days. Okay? So it's the collective mind share that we need to tell people, like, yeah, oh, you thought crypto was a scam? Guess what? The whole system's a scam. So what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Your sports betting is a scam. Guess what? Your favorite team player? Oh, I tripped. Oh, flag. You think he did that on not on purpose to make sure that his buddies made millions of dollars on the parlay? Get out of my face. Everything is rigged and is a scam. We just have to figure out how to play the game, baby. That's it. So it ain't gonna stop. It's only gonna keep getting more scammy, getting more games and money games played. It ain't stopping. So you either become a pleb and get chopped up by it, or you become a master. And you see where the money's flowing. You see where things are happening. This is what we're doing here. So you wanna lock in with me? Ding those freaking notification bells, because we're not stopping. I got the receipts. I was here when it was bad, good, destruction mode, where I was shaking on camera like I don't even know what to do anymore. We don't leave when it gets bad. And that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm going to, as my clout for this channel, is that, like, we've been here the whole damn time. Even when I know the algorithm is trying to cook me. So, let's go.